G'day and welcome to another episode of MTV. I'm going to talk today about the space we all would like at home sometimes, that home office space or that little personal space that sometimes can be difficult to create if you are in your existing home. So there are ways of doing this. You might be working from home, you might have a new idea you want to start up as a business, you might just need some desk space to catch up on all those bills that you need to pay, or just a quiet reading corner like I have sometimes. So home office setup is the way to go, and it will add value to your home, but more importantly it's a functional piece you can use, and you can do this without a huge cost if you analyse the space you have and work at it to create it, because there are a lot of areas within the home that you can create, and you get creative with this one in terms of seeing where the best space is to use for a potential office. So firstly, the closet office. Believe it or not, you've probably got things inside a closet, many of you, that maybe, we'll call it junk, you refer to or see it once a month, or you just dump stuff there. And if you analyse that, that is a useful space to be able to use for, if you're in a tight restricted area or home, that you can actually turn into a small quiet office space or desk space. And quite easily you'll see some of those shots now where you can actually get all the, we won't call them junk, all those items you refer to infrequently, move them away, find a better storage area for those, and you can turn that closet by putting in a plank, a couple overhead shelves, put your chair there. If you've got some power outlets connected into the wall, or you can get an electrician to do that, and then turn that into a nice neat office area or desk space you can work from, where you're not having to use it. You can close that closet up and it doesn't look like an eyesore, it still looks like the closet, but when you need it in your time, it's that space there. You may be in a home where you've got children growing, additional areas where they've taken your space to do homework and things like that. I've been there before. You're always looking for those spaces, so you can get creative, and the closet office is another one. The next one to consider, and this is for those of you that might be living in two-storey homes, townhouses, split-level houses, is the under the stairs office. And this is an area that a lot of you overlook and don't consider, and at times this makes the ideal office area or desk spot to get a bit of privacy and to get a bit of functionality, and you'd be surprised how much room is under a staircase. So it can be private and cosy. You get all that other stuff that you might be storing underneath there. Find a storage space that you might find there's things you can put in the pantry, in the garage, in the shed, but you actually can remove all that clutter, ensure you've got power there, and more often than not, sometimes on the staircase, you actually find it can be a little bit cooler as well. But it's an ideal space to be able to put a laptop, your computer, whatever it is you need. And again, if you have got a door that sort of closes it off, I've got that under my staircase, you can do so, or more importantly, it can actually become a really nice feature, and you can see some of those shots there now where people have converted under the stairs into an office space, and that one there will add a lot of value to the home, and it's a smart one because you're utilising and optimising all that spare area that you have in the home. Now this one is a real creative one, an old armoire. And for those vintage lovers out there, this is not for everybody, for those vintage lovers out there that have this sort of equipment and space opportunity at home, you can set this up, incorporate it into a little office space. You can close it off later. It is a little bit of a creative one, as I said, but you are using the interior with some shelving, and it's a great storage option, and again you can pack it away when you're done with. But this is a good one even just where you need maybe not a space where you're using it long term and for long hours, but for short spurts, like I was before when I was reading the paper. The next one is the kitchen nook. And I saw this happen in a home where there was a bit of house sharing or home sharing, where a lot of times there's restricted space. The kitchen is the hub of many homes or places, and it's a good one even when you need to just get things out and look at the bills, look at the invoices, what the monthly costs are, and you've got a space to actually either put a phone there, a laptop, computer, and you can get quite creative here. There's sometimes areas in a pantry that are not used often, a nook, or a rarely used counter. And it's an ideal one, particularly because kitchens have always got power outlets around the place. Just need to add a little bit of shelving and close it off and it can be done with. And again, you can close this when you don't need it, so it still looks like your kitchen cupboards or kitchen areas. But for those of you that are really tight with space, these are the sorts of things you can look at. And the last one in the list is the hideaway desk, and that sometimes can be used with feature furniture, where you may have existing furniture, or you might be buying new stuff. You can pull a drawer out or a part of the cabinet down, good enough to rest a computer on, a laptop. Don't have to rest heavy things on there these days, they're fairly lightweight. And the good thing about this is that you can, once you're done with it, quite easily just pack it up, close that cupboard, close that space, and it's done with. And it's all hidden, and when you need it again, you can even get them with locks, obviously, so it gets a little bit private. But these are the areas that you get creative with when you're tight with space, and that happens a lot of the times now as we're in homes where families are growing, not growing enough to move them on out of the home, but you still need them there, and you've got to make space work and work areas and maximise that. So get creative, look at these things. Now, remember this. If you are looking to do any of this sort of work and you need to check out, maybe there might be some structural work or some design work that you might need, you can get hold of our professionals, our Monsta pros, or even our Monsta crew, get a free 10-minute consult, give us a call, and our team will help you with the planning side. Real easy. A few photos, a quick chit chat, and we can guide you on the way on optimising those spaces in the home to get the best value for it. Looking forward to some of your photos on the home office and the workspace coming up. Until next time, another episode of MTV. See you then.